He got problems, she got problems, only I got 411 problems. Hey, hi, what's up, y'all? Welcome and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another story time, and welcome to Tyler the Devil Worshipper. Welcome back to Tyler the Villain. In this story, Tyler is not the villain. As I told y'all, if I came back to this playlist, Tyler is not the villain in the stories. They are making Tyler the villain. They are making Tyler the villain. At this point in time, me and Tyler has moved on. We have moved on. We are in a new city. We are living our life, and we are minding our business. Our business are minding us. And no matter what I do or what I post, no matter what Ty posts, everything is being watched and scrutinized by his people. And the only reason things are being watched by his people is because you got to make the BS that you're telling the people down there stick. You got to make it work. You got to make it flow, because you are constantly lying to those people and to your children. So you got to make it work. You got to make whatever I post or whatever Ty posts, you got to make it work for you and keep up your lies in situations, right? So at this point in time, Tyler is very eclectic when it comes down to music. There are certain things that Tyler is putting me onto, and then there's certain things that I'm putting him onto. And it's like, listen to this. Yeah, I get that you like rap. Yeah, I get it, because at this point in time, he is in that era where he wants to be a rapper, and he had even asked his friends, and his friends was like, no, don't do it. But I'm glad he didn't listen to his friends, because looking in his old journal and looking at his old raps, and at this point in time, when this happened, we're living in the condo, so he's 11, 12 in that era, and looking in his old journal, it's like the wordplay, the triple entendres that he was writing for his age. It's like, you are extremely talented. And there are certain things, and it's not just Tyler. We as people, we allow other people who we value their opinion and value how they feel or how they think about us. We allow them to talk us out of the things that we absolutely love, because it waters them down. And Tyler did that a lot. And I told him, I was like, your mama used to do that in high school. Do not do the same thing that your mama did, because, you know what I'm saying? Because you are allowing someone who you at the time valued their opinion, and you're not, it's like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this, because there were times when people would try to take his craft and what he would write and how he would go about things and water him down when he was trying to get people's opinion. And at this point in time, he's not a very good writer, or at this point in time, he thinks too fast up here, and when it comes down on paper, it looks like gibberish. And like, he can read back to you and it makes sense, but you reading it doesn't make sense at all. So people will try to change it and be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's good, but can you do this or do this? So they would try to dictate and change up his craft. And I would repeatedly tell him, do not let people water you down or change how you feel about something that you love to do, because they don't understand your vision. This is your vision. This is your vision. This is your baby. This is your gift. You do not allow people to come in and change it up because they don't understand what you got going on, because it's not their vision. You feel me? And he would allow that because of how he felt about the people, and he valued those people's opinion. And it's cool to value people's opinion, but there's also times when you're gonna have to stand on your own and be like, you know what, they may be laughing at it and they may not understand it. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I want to do. Because I've had plenty of people, and I told y'all plenty of times, where I was talked out of my social media, and it's like, girl, you shouldn't do this. Girl, you look crazy. You know, look at what you doing. And my social media would be popping. I would be so much farther if I would have kept my first social medias on everything. Real talk. So much farther. Instagram, especially. Instagram took off before Facebook. And that handle was PK Daughter. That, my very first picture, took off. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. And so it was like, it was like, why are you, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, girl, no, you shouldn't do this. And whole time, like, being talked out of something that I actually enjoy doing. Even when it came down to YouTube. When I first started doing it, got the laughs and all that other stuff. And then when stuff started going viral, even when it came down to TikTok, here come the BS. And I was determined this time nobody was going to talk me out of nothing. Because I was like, there's no reason God keep giving me this stuff and putting me in positions and places, and it's not something that he doesn't want me to do. So either you get on or get off. That's where I am with it now. Either you get on or you get off. And you laugh and you talk behind the scenes. Either way, I'm going to find out, which I always do. It always come out how you feel. One way or another. God don't play about me. He don't. So, I mean, it's whatever. So, yeah. So, I had to, get that for him to get it. It's like, I need you to understand, like, you're going to have to be standing on your own too. A lot of times you're going to be lonely. A lot of times people not going to understand your vision. A lot of times people are not going to understand your dreams. A lot of times people are going to miss what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of times people are not going to understand you. They're going to label you. They're going to try to put you in a box that benefits them. As I tell y'all, like, when you surpass a certain place or a certain point in your life where people have put you in, it's like, I put you in this box, this way you're supposed to be, because this is what I think you are worth, and you surpass that, they don't know how to handle that. Reference, if you ever seen Jumping the Broom, in the time where, I don't remember his name, but the groom, I don't even remember his real name, but he's a cute boy. Man, he's a man. Jason. His name was Jason in the movie. So if you ever seen Jumping the Broom, his name was Jason. And his cousin, I don't remember his cousin, but his cousin had everything negative to say about him getting married. Everything negative to say. Anything that man said, his cousin was saying something negative. And he finally checked his cousin. He was like, I didn't change, you did. When I got a promotion on my job and I invited you out and I want you to come, you didn't show up because you felt the way because I had more money. When I moved to a whole different neighborhood, I invited you out. You didn't come because you didn't want to see me get out of the hood. When I'm telling you I'm getting married, I ain't make you my best man because you no longer around. So why would I make you a best man at my wedding and you've been negative the whole time you've been here, and I've been letting you slide. I've been letting you say whatever. But at this point in time, I need you to shut. Real talk. Because the issue with the cousin was you were jealous because that man did something that you didn't do. It's not that you couldn't do it. You just didn't. So instead of you like, dang, let me step my game up, let me get on mine. So whatever my blessings are, it could go ahead and exceed and expound. No, I'm going to hate on you. Crab in a barrel. Comes from slavery in all actuality. Slave master turns the field ninjas against the house ninjas. And so I can keep you fighting so you don't come together to take over me. Type ish. Anyway, So at this point in time, like that's what he's battling. It's like I want to do this and I have this gift and I have this craft, but nobody is really paying me no attention. And the whole point of you doing your gift and your vision is for you, not for anybody else. Those who gonna get on, get on. As I grateful that I reached out to people after I surpassed 10K on Instagram. I went to talk to complete strangers to find out what was going to happen, even though I was disputing some of the things that they said was going to happen, which actually happened. But so glad I reached out to find out how to handle and how to maneuver. And also grateful that my granny was like, when God bless you, baby, you don't have to look down on nobody else. Like, don't forget where you come from. Always be humble. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to mess up nobody else stuff. Cause that karma thing, as I tell y'all, I try my best to keep my karma plate clean. Cause karma pull up. Karma know where you live even when you homeless, baby. She pull up on you. So it's like I don't have to hate on nobody else. I don't want nobody else blessings. I just want mine. And so I'm trying to instill that into my kid. It's like you gonna have to stand on your own. You gonna have to walk this road sometimes by yourself. Everybody can't come. Everybody can't go with you. And the people you want to support you, the people you want to have your back, the people you really want to be the main ones who be hating on you. And sometimes you gotta let them go. Not sometimes, most of the time, you gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. Family, boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, whoever, you gotta let them go. 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 And sometimes it's the hardest thing for you to do because it's like I envisioned that we was gonna walk through this together. We was gonna do this together, and so he's battling that because it's like the people that I want to enjoy my gift and hype my gift up, hype me up, is the main ones talking down on me and laughing at me because my writing is not the best or they not understanding my vision in it because he got it up here and not on paper and they not clicking. He getting frustrated and it's like I don't even want to do it no more. And I have to repeatedly tell him like you can't maneuver off of other people's feelings when it's something that you want to do. When it's something that you want to do, you got to do you. You got to flow how you want to flow. And at this point in time, like they're wearing uniforms, which I absolutely love, which I absolutely love because I didn't have to worry about buying school clothes. So they were in uniforms, so it worked out better for me. But with them wearing uniforms, because everybody had to wear the same color shirt, the same color pants, the little khaki pants, and you had black or white shoes. It could be any shoes that you choose, but it's black or white. But the kids will find ways to customize their their uniforms. Basically, like okay, like they're gonna have like a handkerchief or they're gonna put like a keychain, something on them. And at this point in time, like Ty is more into like skateboarding, skaterboy type situation. I'm pretty sure he got it from a friend because at this point in time, I think he was literally trying to find himself and trying to figure out what he really liked for himself. But if he saw like one of his friends like something, he was gonna like it too. And I think we all we all went through that. And I relentlessly tell him like it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to not like what everybody else like. It's okay to be out there by yourself. But a lot of times people can't flow like that. Some people need people's validation. Some people need like for people to like them. Some people need like I just want you to talk to me. I just want you to be in my face or I can't be by myself. As I told you, like I did the work. So I don't need that. I did the work. I used to want people's validation. I used to want people around me and I used to water myself down just to have people around me, even though it didn't feel good. Even though like I know I'm the butt of the joke. I know when I'm coming, you know what I'm saying? Like most of the jokes are going to be about me. We're going in places where I know I can't afford to be in. So it's like but I'm gonna hang out and I'm gonna go, even though I know these people don't like me. And I had to get to that point where it was like, girl, why? Why? And I had to do the work and figure out like, I like being at home. I like watching TV. I like reading. I don't have to be at the club. I don't have to do the drinking thing. Like I can drink, but it got to the point where drinking was no longer exciting for me. Like these things no longer benefited me. And so he had to figure that out, even though he's just in middle school. He had to figure it out because what we went through as far as kids, they go through something totally different now because now you're adding in the internet and you adding in cell phones. So they have more access. So even if you don't get your kid a phone, somebody at their school got a phone. Somebody gonna teach your kid something where you think I'm holding off and I'm waiting on. Everything that I thought I was holding off and waiting on to teach Tyler, some kid introduced him to it. Not an adult, some kid introduced him to it. And I have to pick up the pieces or figure stuff out. And then even when it came down to his family, when they would talk to him, I gotta clean that up too, because you're telling him one thing, coming back and seeing something totally different, and it's a battle for him in his mind. A battle, because it's like I know what I see and I'm here with my mama, but when I'm going over here and I'm listening to them and they telling me something totally different, and I really want to be around them, but they telling me my mama is the reason that's keeping me from over here, which wasn't true. Which wasn't true. So he had multiple trips. And most of the time it was because his brother would come and get him. His brother would come and make time. And it was the realization of, wait a minute, that's not what I'm getting. So it was a battle, or even the battle of, instead of writing on my kid's wall, happy birthday, you would somebody tell Angel, to tell my brother happy birthday when he had a fucking Facebook. And you could have wrote on his wall yourself. Which didn't make sense to me. Because when he had a Facebook, everybody was writing on my wall and under my picture, and I'll go to his page and the bitch be dry as a desert. Because it's supposed to be about him, right? Oh, okay. Anyway. So yeah, so it was like watching him try to figure it out, and there were certain times where I would step in, or there were times where I would wait for him to ask me for help, but most of the time it's like, I'm gonna let you figure this out on your own, because you're gonna have to, because you're gonna have to make this decision. Because literally I learned it from my mama, because I was the same kid as my kid, where it was like, I want my daddy, I want my daddy, I want my daddy, until I saw my daddy disappoint me myself. And I love the fact that my mama sat back and allow it to happen, because it was needed. Because there was no input from her. It was all him, which is why it was like, I sat back and took it. I sat back and let people yap and run their mouth and go off the BS that y'all was being fed. Now there were quite a few who would come to my page, look, and had common sense and had knowledge for themselves, and be like, some shit ain't adding up. Hold up. So it was, let me watch Tyler's page, let me watch her page, and create narratives that will back up my BS. So you not paying attention to Tyler's page, y'all as a whole, because it was the whole congregation at this point that was on your team that was watching both pages and trying to figure out what was what. Because especially when I would say something about child support, it was, well, if he not doing it, why his license not suspended? Well, baby, if you go and get that public record, because it was public record sweetums, you would have seen the license was suspended multiple times for non-payment. And there were quite a few people who was hitting me up in my inbox that was trying to get their get back while you did some nasty stuff and wanted to use me to get at you. But I didn't allow it. A lot of the information that I got came from your members. Which is how I know they watch Ty's page and watch my page, because there was always an inbox. There was always, girl, did you hear? Girl, did you know? And my response was, I don't care. So there were quite a few things and times where I could have acted a pure D motherfucking fool and rained down on that whole parade by your members. But I didn't want to, because I left and didn't want to be involved. But since y'all was watching me and my baby page like it was Channel 5 News, here we are. Again, Tyler was very eclectic, and he was very into Tyler, the Creator. Mind you, a lot of these rappers I don't know nothing about, because with me raising Tyler, I would not play the type of music that I like around Tyler. I would not do a lot of things that I like around Tyler. Tyler watching my YouTube now, Ty watching my YouTube now will repeatedly say, listening to my story times, who are you? Especially from the college experience. Who are you? Because I never did anything in front of my son that I felt like would be influential on him in a bad way. So when it came down to music, because the song that I was playing was New Edition. We was visiting my mama. Ty was younger at this point in time, because he was he was sitting in the back seat in his car seat. He was young. He was younger. He was literally, because he was, I would say, like 3 or 4, because he was still in the car seat, but he was facing 4. He was like 3 or 4. And I was playing New Edition, and this one, New Edition, was signed under Diddy. And the song was playing. The song is "Cause We Wanna Get Hot Tonight," right? Listen, and it was the part said, "Girl, I love you in the worst way. You got a banging booty in a tight waist." And my mama was sitting in the passenger seat, and Ty mouthed that part word for word. My mama said, my mama said, did you just hear that child? That child just said that whole line. You better be careful what you playing in front of that baby. And she was right. She was right, because literally when I turned around and looked at him, because I was shocked that he said the line, and he was smiling and bouncing his head. He don't know what he's saying. All he's thinking is music. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he enjoyed the music. Because most of the time, all of us didn't know what we was singing and saying. We was just, seems like you're ready. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Whole time that man talk about kids, and we thinking, you know what I'm saying? No, we really wasn't thinking, oh, you got that vibe. That was playing in my hometown this weekend. And I was like, dang, we can't listen to nothing R. Kelly. The boy was good. That boy good. That boy is good. He can really sing and write some songs, but it's like, damn, we can't listen to none of that. But it's the simple fact. Even when we was Monica, baby, no one else. You do what you're doing to me. You take me and you hold me. You wrap me in your arms, baby. Whole time, baby, we in middle school. Hell, she was in middle school. Monica won that contest. She was 15. Like, what? So when he said that, and I was like, oh. So mom was like, you heard him, right? You heard him, right? You got to be careful what you planning here around this baby, which was true. So that made me switch up to everything. Anytime this boy in this car, gospel, 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 gospel. And even with me doing that, he would go to school and get and listen to different people. So he would know this. Even now, Ty knows music. And I'd be like, Ty, who the hell? Who the hell is that? What song is that? And he'll be like, you never heard of this? We were watching YouTube, and it was 20 of the most scariest songs. Most of the songs was on his playlist on his phone. And I was like, he's like, Ma, you heard this song. And the song was his alarm. And I had never heard the song. I didn't even know it was the song. And my neighbor just played the song the other day. All the other kids better run, 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 run from the gun. It's on a vlog where he wakes up because that's his alarm, and he wakes up dancing to it and clapping. And I was like, wait, what? I didn't even realize that's what the song was saying until we watched that YouTube. And he was like, that's my alarm. At this point in time, he's not in high school or middle school, like he's working. But I was like, wait, why are the kids running from the gun? Wait, what? Real talk. Like, and it's like those songs are like big time. So Ty has always been very eclectic, very music inclined and knowledgeable. Even when he was and since he was able to walk, Ty had to have drumsticks. And it didn't necessarily have to be drumsticks. It could be two pencils, two straws. It could be anything that had to be the same size, the same thing. And he would go and beat everywhere. And he could keep time. Even to the point where the minister of music, because he was, before a choir rehearsal, Ty was beating on the seat. And I was so used to it that it didn't bother me, but it was bothering the minister of music because he was. And the minister of music was talking, and then he was like, he keeping time. At this point in time, Ty is a toddler. Ty had to be like 2 or 3. So he's always been musically inclined. He's musically gifted, but he just water it down now. And that's a grown ass man. I can't make that man do nothing he want to do because he's very talented. Because there's a beat on here that I use that Ty took a snippet from somebody else's song and created a loop and made it a beat. And I was like, he was like, you know what this is? And I couldn't catch the snippet. The snippet sounds completely different from what he created. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I was just playing around. Anyway. So at this point in time, like, he's in the Tyler Creator, right? And so with him being in the Tyler Creator, y'all know Tyler, the Creator is, I don't call him weird. Other people call him weird. I always say different. Because anytime you do something that people don't agree with or take them out of their comfort zone, they're gonna call you weird. My weird is you doing weird shit like that don't even make sense. You doing weird stuff. You liking, you being different and liking different stuff. I don't call that weird. I call that different. You doing your own thing. Nobody should be the same. Y'all shouldn't look like carbon copies. You shouldn't look like robots. Nobody should look the same. You shouldn't do nothing that's gonna keep you in a box for somebody else's comfort zone. I think that's absolutely stupid. So I didn't see Tyler the Creator as weird. He doing his own thing, and he could relate to the kids. A lot of the songs and the stuff that the kids were relating to wasn't even my vibe, but Ty could relate to the stuff that I can vibe with, and then he can also do his own thing. Well, lo and behold, Ty turns his profile picture to this. And it was always confirmation of how I know people, how I knew people was watching me, because here comes the DMs and stuff blowing up again. And I don't have these receipts because, again, like, I had to remove people. And when you remove people from your friends list, all the dang on messages and stuff go away. That's dumb, Facebook. Dumb. That's weird. All the stuff go away, so you don't have no proof of nothing because you no longer friends with them. Like, leave my messages alone. Just because we not friends no more don't mean I don't need this proof over here for a later date. Anyway, so yeah, so he was like, my DM started going up, and I'm like, so I'm looking at the messages, and it's all people from that congregation. Have you seen Tyler's page? Have you seen Tyler's page? Because at this point in time, I'm at work. No. And I'm the type of parent where it's like, I'm gonna let my kid express himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to the point where it's putting you in danger, but I'm gonna let you express yourself, because it was so hard for us to express ourselves. You know, each generation to be like, you're doing too much. But that we had to realize it, or I realized, it's like, girl, you ain't had the freedom that I have. So for you, it's scary. So for me, it was like, I'm gonna let my kid express himself, because you have more freedom than I have. Y'all have the internet. Our internet came on a disc in the mail, and then it was slowly, we had to dial into it, and then and it was so many certain amount of tabs that we can have on that bitch. That internet gonna run slow. Let me stop cussing so much. That the internet is gonna start running slow. So it's only so much, like, they can pick up internet. We had to sit in one spot, put a disc in, download it, put it on our computer for that to work. And then you hear, you've got mail. I still have my AOL account. So, girl, who used AOL? I still have my AOL account in my Hotmail. What am I changing it for? I got emails for certain things. What am I changing it for? Anyway, this one lady thought I was trying to scam her. She was trying to sell me a house or be on her real estate list. And when I said AOL, she said, and I was like, girl, it's my real email, which it is. It is. As I told my cousin, I was like, the bank accepted, but y'all don't? Okay. Miss out. Because all your little newsletters going to go to that email. You get my personal. Anyway, so here come the DMs, and so it's like, why do I need to look at Tyler's page? Oh, you need to look at Tyler's page. Oh my God, like, what is he going through? What is he going through? Now, I'm not gonna front. There were certain times when Tyler was like, him and God, I would say him and God was beefing. Baby, me and God has been beefing. So I was letting him do his thing and figure it out, because I don't answer for your sins. I don't answer for none of that. And I didn't have the freedom to pick and choose what I wanted to do, because I didn't want to go to church all the time. And then they was like, well, you need to go to church somewhere. And when I chose to go to church with the Caucasian people, because the Caucasian people across the street was going to be done at 12 o'clock, 12:01 at the latest, done completely with church, while y'all just getting started with praise and worship and collection. Y'all was tripping about that. So I wanted to give my son the benefit of the doubt to be able to choose. And there was a little point in time when he was like, ain't no God. It's not funny. There ain't no God. Ain't no God. I don't believe ain't no God. Which I could understand his standpoint, because there was a time when I was beefing with God, because it was like, I'm going through all of this. I'm being sexually assaulted. I'm praying, and it's like, bro, help me. Y'all don't pay me no attention. Help me. So I understood his sentiments when he felt like God wasn't hearing him, and God, so there ain't no God. And a situation turned that around for him. because your walk is personal. So there's no need for me to feel like I need to control it because of what I believe and what I'm going through. It's personal. It's personal. And that's what a lot of times you Christians don't get. Which is why I say I believe in God, but I just don't believe in God how y'all believe in God, because of how y'all judge people, how y'all put people in a box, or how y'all feel like y'all can dictate people's relationship. Who are you? Like, who are you? Who made you God? Because people are not seeing God through you when you're dictating and judging and putting people in a box. You know that saying, you so holy to you no earthly good. Go away. Like, get from around me. Get from around me. Get from around me. People don't see God. They don't. Just to let you know, they don't see God. They see religious psychosis is what they see. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm giving him the I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt and let him choose, but I didn't see the profile picture until my inbox is going up and going crazy. So I go to his page, see the profile picture, and it's like, okay. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at it and I was like, it's a little weird. It's a little weird, but my kid, Ty is extremely smart. So when Ty is doing something, he's doing it for a reason. As I keep telling him, I was like, well, he don't like me to say manipulate. So what's the word? Ty is extremely smart, which he is. He is extremely intelligent, and he knows how to maneuver certain situations to make it work for him, which we all do. A lot of people can do it better than others. He's very good at it. Ty is a very good people reader. And a lot of times people, Ty be telling you off and you don't even know. Ty be playing you and you don't even know. And I be sitting back like, especially when it came down to teachers. The female ones. The male ones, he had a hard time. He had a hard time. It was one he had in his pocket. He was a very nice man. I liked him. And he gave Tyler a lot of chances. And he really wanted Tyler to succeed. But Tyler wasn't studying. Tyler didn't like school, child. He didn't like school. Anyway. So I was looking at it, I was like, it's kind of weird. So, but I'm also the type of parent who's like, let me find out what it is. Because again, a lot of times I didn't have the opportunity to choose or explain or say what it is. Or if I see something that I like, and even though it might be weird to my mama, you know what I'm saying? I like it. And even if I like it, it's like, well, I think it's weird, so take it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you can't do that. No, you're not going to do this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not that type of parent. Let me find out what it is before I tell you, boy, take that down. Boy, take it down. So when I get home, because I'm at work when I'm getting these messages, and I get home and I'm like, Ty, yes, ma'am, because Ty get home before me. What's this? Oh, Ma, look, this is Tyler the Creator's album. You want to listen? You want to listen to it with me? This is album? Yes, ma'am. You don't believe me? You can go look it up for yourself. So I'm that type. Let me go look it up for myself. And it's not that I don't believe him. I'm getting intel and information because I got to talk to these people that's in my inbox that think that you a devil worshiper. Because now they seeing this picture and they think you worship the devil. So I got to go look up the album to see, because I got to plead my case, because I got to talk to these people, because they know Ty as a baby and still see him as a baby. And at this point in time, he's a tween. You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting into the leaving 12 and 11, 12 and getting into the teenage years. So you a tween. You getting into it. And so it's like, now let me go look up and plead my little case to find out what this is. So I'm going to look it up, and I'm looking under Tyler the Creator stuff, and I was like, Tyler, I don't see this this cat. And so he's like, no, no, no. Here, over here is our future. See. And so he started showing me, and basically it's a group of people, and Tyler Creator is in the group. But it's a group of people, and it's a group of them that they come together, and it's like skateboarders. And remember I said that Tyler liked this skateboard look type situation, where it's a bunch of different people with an eclectic group of people that's putting together a group of music. And this is what he listened to. And I was like, oh, and he was like, and this is just, like one of their mascots, one of the designs on the t-shirts and stuff. And he's like, why? And so he's like, you never had a problem like with my Facebook before. And I was like, yeah, I don't. And I was like, I'm getting inboxes, messages about you worshiping the devil. And he was like, what? You gotta be you gotta be around Ty. He was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm getting inboxes and messages about, you're worshiping the devil because of your profile picture, which you changed the profile picture to. And so he was like, are you serious? So I'm showing him the messages. And he was like, who are these people? Because again, they knew Tyler as a baby, toddler. We left when Tyler was 4. So now Tyler is, when he first put this up, Tyler is 12, 11, 12, 13, somewhere there. It literally said 2014, but it was literally before that because I know we were in the condo. And we left the condo in 2013. Yes. Yes. The summer of 2013, I think. It might have been 2014. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so it was like you know what I'm saying? Like that's not the same person. That's not the same person. People change every day, B. Like the person that you knew 6 months prior is not the same person you know you with now. Everybody change. It's a constant change every day. People maneuver. People make decisions to either better their life or kind of, end of their life. But it's not the same person. And so you keep looking at this young boy as a baby who used to attend your church, and that's not the same person. And so you're constantly monitoring, watching his page, and he put up this picture, and now, oh my God, he has feet on love, Jesus. He a devil worshiper. When I tell y'all, multiple people was hitting me up on a constant, have you talked to him? Have you talked to him? Because that's really bothering me. That's really, that's demonic. You're demonic. You're demonic. Like you haven't even looked it up. You're demonic. Because you constantly watching a kid. Real talk. And they went on and on and on and on and on and on for a good 2 weeks. Till it got to the point where now it's bothering me because I didn't make him take it down. Because as I told them, and I was like, oh nah, this is a music group that he listened to. It's not demonic, it's rap music or whatever. It's a different bunch of, kids that, getting together, creating music. And so because the music wasn't rap, like some of the stuff was rock, oh no, I listened to you. Did not. You did not. And even if you did, who gives a damn? But at this point in time, you're getting on my nerves. And at this point in time, I'm telling people, please stop inboxing me because I'm not going to make him take it down. Leave him alone. It's not demonic. It's music. Leave him alone. Well, lo and behold, y'all went out of my inbox and went in his inbox and started badgering the kid. You started badgering the kid about him being a devil worshiper and it being demonic and you don't love Jesus. And you started repeatedly badgering a kid to the point where he took it down because he wanted you to leave him alone. So to get you to leave him alone, he took it down. Now hindsight is 2020. So now that you realize the BS that you were saying over and over and how that jeopardized and jacked up his mind, the BS of how you constantly badgered about something that you don't understand, even though you've been fed some BS, because the same way you were Christian is the same Christianity that they used to say that you were supposed to be in the field and a slave. The same LGBTQIA people that y'all don't like is the same person who gathered all these stories together and put his name on it. King James. Love men. Love. He loved doing the bending. But y'all still carry the Bible around, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway. You got to be real careful of constantly putting your beliefs and your what you think is right or what's comfortable for you on other people, especially when you feel like you don't understand. Allow people to grow, allow people to experience and do things for themselves, because your constant badgering and constant BS and lying put a real big hard hatred wedge into my kid's heart for a lot of shit. Turned him into a completely different person to benefit and suffice your feelings. Anyway, that is the story time of Tyler the Devil Worshipper. All of that for a picture. I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. So, disclaimer, I do not feel very good at all. I feel absolutely horrible. Yes, I still came to work because when I want to use my PTO time, I want to use my PTO time for what I want to use my PTO time for. And in all actuality, I was sick Sunday before last, and I used my PTO time, and I'm sick this Sunday. So I didn't want to use my PTO time again, so I came to work. So if the story time is, you know what I'm saying, I don't have as much energy as they usually have, I apologize because I don't feel good, but the show must go on. The show must go on. So let's get into it. He got problems, she got problems, only I got 411 problems. Say hi, what's up, y'all? Welcome and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another story time. I was about to say welcome to a new vlog. Let's do that again. Oh, we're gonna have to get this together.